I guess somebody.
No? I don't maybe know enough about Marquette to know what that means. It's like a meeting, like, but it's 15. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I would expect that to not be 50. Yeah. Yeah, that does give me a sense. Thank you for clarifying where Marquette means.
As a newbie, I agree. Because I'm like looking at it, like, I think I get it. But then I'm like, I don't get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's great.
How you doing?
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Well,
Far west. My father was out
you're right. Yeah, me too.
for years, like for 20 years. I mean, I think we'll beat them. I want to see what North Carolina Mount Carmel. They're playing Mount Carmel. We could. I guess I'm just thinking about trying to fight David and going down. I really don't want to drive down there. I don't want to park down there. After my I don't even have that car anymore. It's gone now. Well, that was they had the key on it. I deprogrammed it so it never started, but you could still unlock the car mechanically. I didn't change the locks. So.
No, it's not executive session. I think maybe that our capital spending is about 16% of the increase in EAV from the insurance.
And then again, as I think, Howard, when we have like 4 of them that are green and lit up, the 5th one won't work.
Investment ratio. It's not the worst. I'm like
1, 2, 3. Okay. Good evening. We will call to order the regular meeting of the Batavia City Council for Monday, November 4th, 2024. And I ask that you all please rise for a brief invocation to be followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. Tonight, as we begin the month of November, we are ever thankful for the days ahead of us with many holidays to be celebrated and remembered. And we just ask that a sense of blessing and appreciation and goodwill flow over our entire country. As it has recently been seemingly the case in Batavia, we've had many acts of kindness by a number of people in a variety of situations. And it just causes me to really reflect about what a very special and wondrous place we have in Batavia, Illinois, and the place we also proudly call our home. Tonight, we also ask for special blessing on all those from our community who are serving in foreign soil in defense of the liberties of the United States of America. And we just ask that each one of these men and women, along with their counterparts, be given a special blessing in this troubling time and the world around them. Tonight, we ask for direction and understanding and appreciation by the members of the City Council as we act on our agenda, which I know in the hearts and minds of each of them is here to do what they feel is in the very best interest of Batavia and its future. We also ask for a special blessing tonight from all those in our community who are suffering or ill, and we just know that we will be hopefully blessed by good appreciation for all that Batavia has turned out to become and all the good and kind deeds that many of these people have they themselves provide our community over the years. We ask for all these blessings. Amen. Who would like to volunteer to do the Pledge of Allegiance? Alderman Lay?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Yes, as the city clerk, please call the roll.
Barraza? Here. Lancy? Beck? Here. Pieper?
here.
Malone?
Here.
Wolf?
Here.
Solfa?
Here.
Barron? Here. Lehman? Here. Ayazi?
Here.
Malay?
Here.
Ewer?
Here.
Saron?
Here.
Vogelsinger? Here. 13 present, 1 absent.
We have the necessary quorum to conduct business. Moving then to item number 4, as a reminder that if anybody is going to address the city council tonight, and this is broadcast on BATV, that you please come forward and use the podium and specifically the microphone so you can be heard, because without it, if you're talking and it's on TV, you're not being covered. So appreciate everybody's understanding in that regard. Moving to item number 5, items to be removed, added, or changed on tonight's agenda. Does anybody on the council have anything? Guess not. All right, moving to 6, the consent agenda. Alderman Beck.
Your Honor, the consent agenda reads as follows. For approval, the October 25th, 2024 payroll in the amount of $1,086,213.09. The accounts payable check register in the amount of $2,127,671.37. The City Council minutes for October 21st, 2024. Resolution 2024-138-R, approving an IGA with Batavia Park District for fiber to Callahan Community Center. Resolution 2024-125-R, authorizing execution of task order number 46 with Engineering Enterprises for design engineering services of the South Mallory Avenue water system improvements. Resolution 2024-141-R, approving purchase of a sanitary sewer lateral launch CCTV system with Standard Equipment Company in the amount of $139,374.61. Resolution 2024-134-R, approving task order number 7 with V3 Companies Limited for construction engineering services for the Safe Routes to School project for an amount not to exceed $84,614,000. Resolution 2024-135-R, approving a joint funding agreement for federally funded construction for the Safe Routes to School project. Resolution 2024-136-R, approving a master services agreement with Strand Associates Incorporated. Resolution 2024-137-R, approving task order number 1 with Strand Associates Incorporated for a feasibility study for a pedestrian crossing at the intersection of Randall Road and Main Street. Ordinance 2024-71, conditional use for an entertainment and recreation indoor facility, large scale. Ordinance 2024-62, proposing the establishment of an amendment to the Special Service Area Number 17, the Hazelwood Point Subdivision, Phase 1 and 2, in the City of Batavia for providing for a public hearing and other procedures. Ordinance 2024-74, amendments to the Text and Zoning Code. Approval, and for approval, COW Executive Session Minutes for February 14th, 2023, the purchase of real estate, March 28th, 2023, collective bargaining, April 11th, 2023, purchase of real estate, May 9th, 2023, land acquisition, setting the price of land for sale, and September 12th, 2023, litigation and purchase of real estate, and December 12th, 2023, on litigation. Your Honor, I'd move we approve the consent agenda as read.
Second.
Motion by Alderman Beck, second by Alderman Sofa for the approval of the consent agenda. Any questions or comments or requests on the part of the City Council reference the consent agenda? If not, clerk, please call the roll.
Beck. Aye. Peter.
Aye.
Malone.
Aye.
Wolf.
Aye.
Solfa.
Aye.
Barron.
Aye.
Lehman.
Aye.
Ayazi. Malay. Ewer. Saron. Vogelsinger. Baraza.
Aye.
13 yes, no, 1 absent.
Motion's approved. Okay, moving to item 7, matters from the public for items not on the agenda. Do we have anything this evening? All right, we will then go to a nice part of the meeting, recognition, honoring Alan, I lose my space here. Honoring Alan Peppa Architects for winning the 2024 governmental category for excellence in masonry from the Chicago Masonry Advisory Council for the Jeffrey Schelke Government Center.
Hi, everybody. So this is your award. So let's get this turned like that. It's three-dimensional.
Going to speak?
I do have a little something.
Go ahead.
Okay. I'm going to, I think it's reasonable to put this in context. So I wrote this
So we got this award from the Masonry Advisory Council. It is, we're competing. There's that brochure that shows that we were in good company. The award was for the governmental division, and we were the only award given in that. And it was, of course, kind of fun that, we're a small firm and I beat out the big guys, so that's fun. But I wanted to put this a little bit in perspective, so bear with me for a couple minutes. This remodeling of the Batavia Municipal Building has been going on since I started my firm of Lane Allen Architects on the Millennium at 8 West Wilson. Before that, I was doing free sketches for downtown building owners, exterior facades, as part of Batavia Task Force, along with Alderwoman Linnea Miller and Betsy Hoag. It was an exciting time. In 2014, Allen and Pepper Architects was hired to create a Master Plan Conditional Assessments Report, or CAR. I commend your staff for the needs assessment to adaptively reuse this incredible building. As you know, the most green solution is the reuse of an existing building. Gary Holm, John Dillon, Scott Haynes, Kevin Maloney, George Ingersoll, Laura Newman have all worked synergistically to make these projects possible. Mayor Schelke, thank you for all you have done for this project, including setting the stage for the proper politics for the aldermen and women to agree upon strategic financial solutions to our community's benefit. In 2015, we started with some minor code-related remodeling concerns, including the elevator repair project. In 2017, we did the exterior masonry and 96 windows project. In 2023, the work culminated with the 3-story interior and exterior remodeling project. When we made some significant repairs to the exterior, such as the west canopies and moving the east entry as if it was always there. There were important design adjustments made during our last remodeling construction project. Our contract documents had design solutions bid out for the project, but numerous decisions by the owner's reps and contractors definitely made the project much better for minimal costs. The lobby is a really good example of that collaborative effort. The reason why the City of Batavia and our architectural firm of Allen and Pepper Architects received this Masonry Award from the Masonry Advisory Council is that it was just a culmination of historic events, reaching back to 1880, and the well-strategized work efforts of all parties, including the mayor and the city councils. I also think that this was the oldest building submitted. I'd also like to thank the general contractor, Schramm Construction, Light Construction, and my masonry expert, Simon Leverett.
On behalf of the City of Batavia, we have a certificate that I would like to present to Mr. Allen, and it reads, Certificate of Achievement. This certificate is awarded to Allen Pepper Architects in recognition of your outstanding work on the renovation and remodeling of the Jeffrey Schelke Government Center. Through innovative design, dedication, and commitment to excellence, you have contributed significantly to the enhancement and revitalization of our city's landmark. Your efforts have set a new standard in urban architectural development, and your project reflects our city's vision for sustainable, modern, and efficient government facilities. We congratulate you on your deserving recognition as the Municipal Project of the Year for 2024, presented to you by the Masonry Advisory Council. On behalf of the City of Batavia, we extend our congratulations and gratitude to you for your exceptional achievement and the positive impact your work has brought to our community. Presented this 4th day of November 2024 by Jeffrey Schelke, Mayor, and the Batavia City Council.
Cool.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm supposed to put this down, so.
Thank you, everybody. This is yours. Oh, wait,
For the city, I don't be giving me any. Tell us what that is, so that everybody.
It's a very heavy piece of glass that was 3D printed, and it has a very three-dimensional quality to it, so it's really cool. And this gets even more exciting if you want, with all kinds of fancy colors. So.
But you can put it in your glass
Absolutely.
entry. So, but isn't that entry just wonderful? I mean, it's just, there's a lot to be proud of for all of us.
Well, thank you again for an excellent job.
Yep. thank
Truly,
you.
very, very pleased. with
Very
how it
collaborative,
came out.
no doubt.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Get your certificate here. when you
Just build the size of this building for half of what we have in it from the day they bought it to today. It's probably only got 10 or
All right. It looks like our next thing is appointment of Bob White, Kim Frederick, and Leah McKay to the Batavia Active Transportation Advisory Committee for a 3-year term. Somebody make
I'll make that motion, Your Honor.
Second.
motion and second. Clerk call the roll.
Wolf,
Aye.
Solfa. Aye. Barron.
Aye.
Lehman.
Aye.
Ayazi.
Aye.
Malay.
Aye.
Ewer.
Aye.
Sarone.
Aye.
Vogelsinger.
Aye.
Baraza.
Aye.
Beck. Pieper.
Aye.
Malone.
Aye.
13 yes, no, 1 absent.
Motion's approved. Now we have our speaker.
Thank you. Thank you, Mayor. My name is Regan Bull. I'm with the Batavia Active Transportation Advisory Commission. And tonight here, as you just mentioned, we are appointing Kim, Bob, and Liam. And they came tonight to give a little introduction for themselves, so you guys know who you just appointed to the commission. So, and then I'll speak about some of the changes that we've had in the commission recently and a quick little update then too. So, I think. Kim, please sit closest.
Can each of you introduce yourself so council will know who we're listening to?
Hello, my name is Kimberly Fredericks. I live on North Prairie Street. I've been a resident of Batavia since 2020, but I've grown up in the Fox Valley area and lived here all my life. And it's super exciting to be a part of this advisory commission. I am a year-round bicycle commuter. I've been doing it for 14 years. Commuting as far as 4 miles up to 11 miles to get to work from home. And I don't know if anybody has any questions, but I sure know how to dress for cold weather. And just looking forward to encouraging more biking and walking in our community and building that up, more joy, experiencing all the beautiful stuff we have in this area in the Fox River. So, super excited. Thank you.
Thank you. Welcome. Thank you for your service.
Good evening. My name is Bob White. I have been a resident of Batavia all the way since June. So this was a great opportunity for me to get involved in the community and volunteer and try to give back a little bit. My family moved back to Illinois from Minnesota after a 7-year stay up north. Totally different cold. I'm an active biker, an active runner. I've got a junior high kid at Rotolo, and I've got another one in daycare. So being active in the community that way as well, thinking running safety, walking safety, biking safety, and trying to get involved in the community. So thank you.
Thank you.
G'day, my name's Liam McKay. As you can tell, I didn't grow up in Batavia, but my wife did, and she obviously won the coin toss on where we were going to live. I did not come from a cold climate. I'm really passionate about ways that people can move in a community, and this community engaged me and made me feel very welcome. I first came in 2018, but then came with the full visa and now a citizen in 2020. And I think giving people the option of being able to decide how and when they move around a community, 2 important ingredients are walking and cycling along with public transit, to give an alternative to the car, especially for those who may not own a car, who may not be able to use a car. So I'm very passionate about that, and I set out on a journey when I was much younger, and that journey started with thick black curly hair and resulted in losing that over 5 years, but did result in an integrated seamless public transport system across southeast Queensland for about 2.5 million residents who live in that general area. So that passion's still there, and my respect to the public servants who grind away every day trying to do the right thing by their community. So I thought it only fair that I volunteer to do the same.
Welcome.
Thank you, new commissioners, and thank you for all the experience you folks are bringing, all the way from your passion for riding and your tremendous experience with other communities. So we're excited to have them. We're very lucky to have them on the commission. And with that, we've had some other changes in the commission personnel-wise. So obviously, we've had some commissioners come to the end of their term, and some also move on for other personal experiences, which has obviously made some room for these 3 new folks. And we also had, most recently, our commission chair, Steve Erickson, step down for personal reasons, and to fill his shoes as myself as the new chair, but it took a second person to actually fill his shoes. So we also have Joshua Curtis Einstein, who couldn't be here tonight, who is going to be co-chair with me. So with that wealth of experience moving on, Steve is going to kind of facilitate us for the next few months while he's still in town. So we're gonna tap his tremendous experience for a few more months longer. A quick little update, and then we'll talk about some more personnel changes real quick. But first, as a bit of a quarterly update from the commission, we did accomplish a couple big things this fall, which we're very excited about. I think all of you were here when we discussed the Millview Bike Path project. We're very excited to have that move forward and go on with that. So that was a huge plus to us. I don't even need to mention the road diet. That is ginormous. We'll thank the commission or the council for seeing the commission's vision and the folks for moving through with that. More recently, we had another successful walk and bike to school event here in the community. Officer Jamie Goshi was present for that, handing out stickers and such. So we had a tremendous turnout for that once again. And just recently, last weekend, we dusted off the old Bicycle Commission tent and attended the Bat Fest Bat Race, the 5-10K with out there on River Street. And so that brings us to a couple things that we are looking forward to in 2025. First and foremost is our application for a bicycle-friendly application is due in June this year. So we're going to be working on that promptly to make sure we can move forward to reestablish our bronze level certification and obviously continue our press towards silver level. With that, we also will be finally fixing the bike station, I hope, out here on the plaza, working with the Batavia Park District. We will be moving forward with a new bike station there and hopefully adding another new bike station to the pump track, which is being added just up the river here. So another exciting project. And then we hope to see ourselves out with some more community events. The commission was very busy last year, and we didn't find ourselves out in as many community events as we thought we should have. So hopefully you'll see us out and about. So if there's any other events that the council's aware of that you think that would be a good fit for us that we didn't think of ourselves, please don't hesitate to reach out to the commission and let us know what's going on if we didn't already know. And hopefully we realize with the getting out our old tent and banners and stuff that we're going to have to redo some signage. We had a bit of a rebranding last year when we went from the Bicycle Commission to the Active Transportation Commission. So we'll be looking to rebrand ourselves, if you will, with some new signage and swag and tents and so forth and so on. So, but moving back into the personnel department, another position that opened up for us was another person stepping down, which I've only been on the commission for a year. And with that, I wouldn't say I've been overwhelmed with what this job entails, but I've seen a lot of our experience moving on. So I feel a little scared about moving forward without being able to tap some of this tribal knowledge, if you will. But tonight, one of our folks moving on is Batavia's own Joanne Spitz. So we invited her tonight to recognize her commitment to not just the city, because I think you've all recognized her or seen her out and about in some form or fashion, doing some form of community service so far, or up to date. But she has been on the Bicycle Commission and the Active Transportation Commission for 15 years now. And she's been here since its inception, actually. And during that time, her main duty was to actually take our notes, if you will. And if I remember right, Joanne, you filled up an entire notebook. Just 15 years. She didn't bring that notebook tonight. I should have asked her. But in recognition of that 15 years, Joanne, and only having been on the commission for a year, it's very humbling for me tonight to get to honor you and recognize your service, not just in the community, but with the commission tonight. So thank you very much, and I'll hand it off to the mayor tonight to make that recognition. So.
You could join me at the podium. She and I go way back. We are very honored tonight to present to you with our greatest appreciation, present to Joanne Spitz in recognition of 15 years of dedicated service to the Batavia Bicycle Commission and the Batavia Active Transportation Commission, 2009 through 2024. So thank you very much. And you've been one of them that really could bring to that whole conversation actual experiences and knowledge of probably almost every move and foot of the bicycle trails in Batavia. And it's good to have somebody with your background and experience in it all. And so I know we want to take a picture here, so. Do you want to make any comments?
I will make a quick one. Okay, no one told me when I started that it was only a 3-year stint. I don't know how I did 15. And my neighbor, Lisa Clark, who was on the council, asked me to do this, and I thought it would be a year or two. And my minutes turned out to be, I think I wrote 180 minutes. I might have missed a couple meetings, but I'm honored. I'm really proud to have been part of this. I know a lot of you personally. It's been fun, and I think we all helped make Batavia a better place, and it already was a great place, and now I think it's even better. It was my honor to work with Laura and Gary and Jamie and Michelle and Lori and Dustin and Karen Morley, and I had a great time with my minutes. One of the best things we think we ever did was with Abby and Lucy and Jamie Koch when we put together the bike education program, which is no small feat, and it is still being done in all the schools. We used to go and teach ourselves, and now they have everything by grade for walking and biking. It makes my heart feel really good that these kids are learning. And the Bikes for Batavia program has also been, we started that at a bike shop, and now Evan has taken it over. And hundreds of bikes go out every year to kids and adults who normally would not have them. So it's been an honor. It's been an honor to work with John Gamble, who started this with me, and Steve and Amy and Jared and Jen and Regan and Josh and all the commissioners. I loved it, and I'm already missing it, and I'm around to help in any way I can. So thank you.
On behalf of the commission, one more time, Joanne, thank you very much. I have your phone number, so thank you, everybody.
I'd just like to take a moment and share the fact that this whole bicycle thing in Batavia got started probably in the early 1980s, and one of the drivers was Mr. Phil Elstrom, who was then on the Kane County Board, and we had 2 railroad right-of-ways running through downtown, one on each side of the river, and Mr. Elstrom came up with the idea that the county board would buy those railroad right-of-ways, and we would take those out and make bicycle trails out of them. And the success of that was pretty remarkable. There was all of a sudden, there was all kinds of folks coming from all over the place, to the degree that 2 years later, I got invited, along with the then Mayor McNamara of Rockford, to come to the Illinois Park District Convention. and give a talk about how we integrated bicycle trails into our downtowns. And they thought they were going to have 50 people at the presentation, and there was well over 200. We were supposed to talk for 45 minutes, and it was about 2 hours and a half that we talked between the two mayors about all the things that we had experienced with the bicycle commissions. And so I recently was invited back up to Rockford and gave another little talk because some of the folks that had been involved had passed away, and they were doing kind of a memorial. And the new mayor of Rockford is the son of the former mayor who's passed away, and they're all still really hiked up on bicycle trails. And I was told by several of them, well, they come down to Batavia to see what the latest innovations are in the bicycle routes around because we're the ones that do a lot of innovative stuff. They were very interested in our bridge out here that connected the two and allowed it easily to be connected and going about. And how successful, and if they come down here and see all the people riding the bicycles on the weekends, not from Batavia, but from other towns. There's certainly plenty of Batavians riding, but there's also plenty of outsiders from all over the region. They're down here riding it. And the Rockford people tell me, well, they come down here and ride this one because it's a little bit different than theirs, but it's all along the river and they can enjoy a different river. And they say that it's have places to go in Illinois. These bicycle trails along rivers are very remarkable and wondrous places to enjoy a day of exercise. So I think we're onto something here, and Batavia should be very proud of those who started this whole thing. And two of the names that really pop up, one was Phil Elstrom and the other one was Peg Bond, who donated the money to build the Peg Bond Center out here right outside the window because she wanted to create in downtown Batavia a place where people could gather. And boy, have we seen that happen this year, specifically at the Bat Fest and other things we've had. We've had several thousand people down here now on some of these days. And it's great to see all this coming together in our town. I will close by saying I've had other mayors from the region in here, and they are scratching their head with great wonderment and appreciation as to how this was all put together and how all this came together, because they think it's just great that Batavia's kind of got a neat reputation to do things kind of different than other places, but things which encourage exercise and good health and bringing people together, and they go out and ride the bicycle trails, and you meet people from other parts of the region or even from out of state, and it really sets us up as a nice place to visit and a good place to call our home. So I'm very proud and pleased of the bicycle work that has evolved over the last 40 years in Batavia to really take it to the degree that it has. So thank each and every one of you who are still involved, and may we continue to go forward with yet new ideas in the days ahead. So thank you. All right, so we will move then to item 7. No, that we already did. We got that. Item 10. 12. We're at 12? No, it's still, we got the Batavia Chamber of Commerce. I'm sorry.
Good evening, everyone. I have to sign in real quick. Let's hope I got the right password.
You're
No, it's not coming up, so we'll skip it. It was going to be an Oli video for Mocha, who is my guest tonight, but I'll have to show that to you another time. We'll get back to the agenda. All right, but thank you all for inviting me to speak tonight. I love the opportunity to give you an update. We have a lot going on at the Chamber right now, so I wanted to One, say our Citizen of the Year nominations are being collected right now. We have 2 Citizens of the Year in our presence right now, Joanne Spitz and Mayor Schilke. They're typical of the wonderful things that are done by people who love our community. And so nomination letters are being accepted through this Friday. They just have to be sent to me at margaret@bataviachamber.org, and we will honor the winner. The winner will be picked by the previous Citizens of the Year, and we'll honor the winner at the Inspire celebration on April 24th, 2025. So mark your calendars for that great event. I do want to welcome all the new members to the Chamber that joined the Chamber this past month. We're delighted to have Dogtopia Geneva, Thayer International Healthcare Solutions, Pure Magic Travel, Empowerment, College Hunks Hauling, Junk and Moving, all valued members of our Chamber. I'd also like to highlight a couple other of our upcoming events. Most importantly, on Thursday, November 7th at 7:30 a.m., we have our Mayor's Breakfast. Thank you, Mayor, for always giving us such a wonderful update on what's going on in the city. If you haven't registered, please let me know. We've closed registration. We have a lot of people coming, but let me know if you still want me to squeeze you in. We have a very busy November. We have 7 ribbon cutting ceremonies coming up. We're trying to keep you as busy as possible, Mayor. We have, on Friday, November 8th, we have a ribbon cutting for a consultant for navigating dementia care. It's called Dragonfly Senior Navigation Services. On Friday, November 8th at 1 o'clock, we have a ribbon cutting for the remodeled Fruitful Yield on Randall Road. On Tuesday, November 12th at noon, we have a ribbon cutting for Take 5 Oil Change at Kirk and Butterfield. I know they're not in Batavia, but they want the visibility, so they joined the Batavia Chamber. Friday, November 15th is a ribbon cutting for Parkside Skincare in the Challenge Building. On Tuesday, November 19th at noon, we have a ribbon cutting for Magical Traveling Pet Groomer, a mobile pet service. And on Wednesday, November 28th, we have a ribbon cutting and a 1-year celebration for Grainology Brew Distillery at 2 p.m. So come join us for all those fun occasions. A couple other events I want to mention that the Chamber has going on. We have our monthly not-for-profit forum on this Wednesday at 8 a.m. We have our Coffee and Commerce on Wednesday, November 13th at Spine, Pain, and Performance Center. We have our 2024 Fall Legislative Recap presentation, a webinar with Andrew Cunningham, the Director of Legislative Relations with the Illinois Chamber. That's a webinar, so you can sign up for that on our website. Wednesday, November 20th, we have networking at Overflow. We're spotlighting Zonta, the Women's Empowerment Club, the Zonta Club of St. Charles, Geneva, and Batavia. And then on November 22nd at noon, we have our out to lunch, our drop-in. Join us for lunch at Riverside Pizza, and everyone is welcome. And then I do want to mention in advance that Tuesday, December 10th is our Batavia Women in Business Holiday Luncheon at Enticing Cuisine. We support the Batavia Access Toy Drive and the Batavia United Ways Adopt a Family programs. We're collecting completed raffle baskets, gift cards, and bottles of wine to raise funds for these organizations. But we're also collecting unwrapped gifts, toys, and gift cards to give to those organizations, to give to the people in need in our community. I do want to say, if you want additional information on any of these events, go to our website. I am happy to announce we just updated our website. We have a new website. It's sleek and easy to use, very clear. You could access our event information, register for upcoming gatherings, find resources for local businesses, and explore new ways to engage with our members. We're excited for you to experience this enhanced platform. So please go to our website, bataviachamber.org. I'm also thrilled to announce that we are starting to give out Chamber Holiday Bucks again this year. So this is our 5th year offering $5,000 in Holiday Bucks. So when you buy $50 in Chamber Bucks, we double your money. So it's limited to $50 per residence, but it's a great boon to our business community and the people living in Batavia. Holiday Bucks are good through March 31st, 2025, but Chamber Bucks never expire. This Holiday Bucks is one of the examples of initiatives that the Chamber does for our business community that is at no charge. Another example of what the Chamber provides is 4 Grow Your Business scholarships that we began a few years ago with the Fox Valley Entrepreneurship Center. 2 of these are generously funded by the City of Batavia. Thank you very much. I will bring a guest next month that is benefiting from that program. But currently, the application is open online, so if you know of a business that can benefit from one-on-one consultation to help them get to the next level, please send them to our website, bataviachamber.org, our new updated website. I think I mentioned that. I'm excited to say that the Chamber is supporting Tom Kim in the school district and working on career pathways and with local businesses to create internship opportunities for our high school students. If you have an internship opportunity with your organization, please reach out to me. I can help connect you. The Chamber has connected the high school business incubator program and other business leaders to mentor the students at the high school on a regular basis. I'm also serving on the Kane County Workforce Development Board and meeting with Fermilab and the Kane County Economic Development Corporation to see what opportunities the Batavia Chamber can assist with. The Chamber proudly promotes and nominates local businesses for awards and recognitions whenever we see the opportunity. Recently, the Chamber nominated Jessica Medrano, the owner and president of R.J. O'Neill Mechanical Contractors. She was nominated for the 2024 Daily Herald Suburban Business Influential Women in Business Award, and we're thrilled to announce that she was selected. We take great pleasure in giving her this honor and the marketing that goes along with that. Before I bring up my distinguished guest, does anybody have any questions for me?
Just a comment. The
Oh, sure.
website's a lot better.
Do you like it?
Yeah.
Yes, it is a big improvement. Thank you, Ellen. Okay, now I would like to introduce Scott Miller with Mocha Coffee. I think if you haven't had his coffee yet, boy, you really need to make a trip over to Independence Drive. This Mocha is their second location, and it's a wonderful addition to Batavia. So please welcome Scott Miller. You're welcome.
This is my prop. I don't usually have props, but if there's coffee in it, I try to. My name is Scott Miller. My wife Jeanette is here with me. We've lived in Batavia since 2002. We lived over by the HC Storm School. We camped out there, had our girls go to school there, and then we moved from Batavia to Batavia in 2015. Now we're over on Deer Path Road. And we've been in the coffee business for a few years. It's what I've kind of wanted to do when I was younger. And we've been at the Batavia location's been there now for about a year and a half. We opened in March of 2023. I wanted to just share what's a little bit unique about our coffee shop. It might not seem like, sounds like making coffee would be pretty easy, but like any business, it's a lot of work, but it's a lot of fun. We got the vision for what we were trying to do from a lady named Joan Wilson. She's in Wisconsin. She has 18 stores right now that are Mocha, and she is in the Rochester, Minnesota, La Crosse, Wisconsin, and Madison, Wisconsin areas. So we kind of fell in love with her coffee shop when we were up there visiting, and we really liked her business model. She very much has it's all about the interaction. When you come to the shop, we want customers to feel like they are, that they are invited into your home almost kind of thing. It's not a transaction, it's an interaction. So we have, a big team of kids that are mostly high school and college students. Batavia right now, I think, is all girls at the moment. And so they'll come out and greet you at your car if it's not raining or snowing too hard, and then take your order. And we have some great products. And just to kind of mention a couple things that I think are unique to Mocha, we have an amazing roaster. He's an Italian guy, second generation. He's in California, in Oakland. They ship our stuff out, and I knew he was a real particular guy when he comes out to visit and check our equipment once a year. And the very first time he came out, he said his name is Luigi, and I accidentally called him Mario one time, and it wasn't the first time, I guess. He said, how many grams of coffee do you put in your espresso portafilter? And I said, 18. And he says, well, it should be 18 and a quarter. And so I knew we had the right guy, His roasts are great. We like to, one of the things that's unique roast-wise is we have a roast called a Jamaican that's real popular. But we also have had a number of customers come through that have talked about our decaf coffee. Well, what could be less exciting to talk about than decaf coffee, right? But most places you go, decaf tastes not so great. And we have a Swiss water process we use that takes out virtually all the caffeine and actually leaves the coffee tasting really good. We call our size of our cups that look like this, single, double, triple, quad. That's the size. And we call them that because that's how many shots of espresso go in your lattes. And then our Americanos get one extra shot. That's just something that we do. We have a lot of competition next to us. We have 3 Starbucks and a Dunkin' Donuts within 1 block. So that's a lot. That's a lot of coffee in that corner, And so hats off to our team for having a lot of repeat customers. One of my proudest moments probably was when one of the just out of high school gals, it was her last day at Mocha last year, and she was all emotional. I said, what's wrong? And she says, well, I'm just going to miss my regulars, And for an 18-year-old kid to say something like that is pretty neat. So we have a lot of fun there. It's a lot of work. We now have a rewards program. We are soon going to have a mobile ordering that's going to start later this month. If you come to Mocha, if you've never been, the first time you're there, let someone know it's your first time, and we hand out a first-time discount card for everybody, so you can have a discount your next 3 visits. That's something we've always done. We have a lot of local partners. We get our dairy from Jewel across the street. We have food that comes from Taqueria Aurora in Aurora for our breakfast burritos. Entree Kitchen in Carroll Stream provides all of our pastries. When we have a particularly strong morning, the kids will want us to buy breakfast, and we say no, and they say yes, and then we do it. So places like McDonald's and Looms, we go there a lot. It's important to keep the kids motivated and alive and happy. We have a roast coming out Black Friday called Frosty. We do every year. It's our holiday blend. It's a cinnamon graham cracker roast. It's really good. If you're not a coffee drinker, I recommend you get a bag and leave it open in your car for the whole season. It smells so good. It's a good car freshener. That's about it that I can think of that makes us unique at the moment, but just want to say thank you to Batavia and the Chamber for having us. We love being there. It's close to where we live. Jeanette and I are in and out of there all the time to both stores, this one and North Aurora, and it's a great place to have our business.
Certainly on behalf of the city and the city council, I want to thank you for the great job you've done in opening that. I've heard very nice things said about you. And I don't know if you knew that your location of where your restaurant was 40 years ago was a horse farm. And there used to be horses wandering around the area where your building is. And one of the things that wasn't physically in the city, that was a little bit of a rub. And it was one of the things that the Batavia Police Department would get called upon was that the horses would get outside the fence and they'd be wandering around out on Main Street or whatever have you, and they'd have to go get them. So that was always regarded as the horse farm corner. So you've got a kind of a interesting legend behind you there of what used to be there, but certainly what you're doing now gets a lot of attention, a lot of people enjoy it, so onward and upward, and let the horses be forgotten. So
yeah. Well, I'm sure I'm not quite old enough to remember any of that, but thank you, appreciate it.
Margaret, you got anything else? All right, going then to the city administrator.
Thank you, Your Honor. I just have a few things that I would like to mention this evening. One of the big projects that we've been working on in administration is a complete overhaul of our liquor code. It kind of got added on to bit by bit over the years until it was I think we were on liquor license L is where we were. So Max has undertaken the Herculean effort of trying to make our liquor code more streamlined, looking at other communities and the way that they address some modern issues associated with liquor licenses. And so we do have a draft of that prepared. And we thought prior to bringing it here, it would be a good idea. We sat down with Margaret from the Chamber and Beth from Main Street, and we also have plans to review it with some of the different types of current liquor license holders before we bring that forward to you with what we think are going to be some changes that will work well for everyone. Some people have noticed, I've seen pictures of it on Facebook, the traffic signals that we're installing at the intersection of Wilson and Prairie. That's new. We're going from four-way stop to a signalized intersection, and I can tell you from the social medias that the people are a little bit divided over whether they think that this will improve things or whether it will be the worst thing ever. So it will be the city's second, right, signalized intersection that we control. All other signals that you see in the city of Batavia are actually under the control of either the county or the state. The other intersection that is under the control of the city of Batavia is Shumway Island and Wilson Street. And so, Gary, do you have time when that's due to go live?
Still this month.
Still this month. And then also the bike path that is near the wastewater treatment plant that is kind of follows along Pomarco Drive. That will be completed in mid-November. And the last thing I'd like to talk about is that King County has invited the city of Batavia to be on a steering committee for a safety action plan. The project is called Safe Travel for All, and studying the safety of bicycling, pedestrian travel, motor vehicle travel is a precursor to qualifying for some federal funding that can be used to address the most dangerous intersections within our communities. And so we're very happy to be part of that steering committee and be able to input the information relevant to Batavia. If you go to the city's website, there's a story on our homepage regarding this project, and there's a survey. There's a link to a survey there where the community can then provide input to the steering committee as well. So just wanted to encourage all the members of our community to go ahead and put information in there about areas where you can see we need improvement. And then this time of year, I always like to talk about the leaves. The leaves, put them on the boulevard, 6 foot back from the curb. Try not to get the leaves in the street. Mother Nature was helping us get the leaves into the street last week. Not much we could do about that. They were blowing around really furiously. But if we could ask people just to notice those sewer grates that are at the curb, if you could make sure that the leaves are out of there, especially as, you know, overnight tonight and into tomorrow, we're to receive some significant amounts of rain. We want to make sure that that rainwater gets where it's going to. So we appreciate your help with that. If the leaves are being picked up in your part of town, you can keep track of the progress on that by, and that's on the city's website. If you just search for leaf collection, you'll see a GPS map come up to tell you which streets have been picked up and which streets are yet to be picked up. And that's all I have, unless anybody has any questions for me today.
Questions from Alderman Malay?
Yes.
I had asked about this a few weeks ago, the staffing study from the fire department.
Yes, we have the final draft of it, and I expect that we'll be able to provide that to you yet this week.
Perfect. Thank
Yeah, sure thing. Sorry for the delay. Budget time of year. Been our primary focus.
Anybody else? Very good.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, do we have other business from the members of the city council? All quiet?
For another meeting.
Oh, yeah. I just have a couple of quick things I'd like to share under the mayor's report. I am very, very, very pleased by the number of inquiries and comments I've gotten recently from people about city services that they received. And yesterday, I got a call on my cell phone that somebody had my number and they gave it to the people. And they were wanting to tell me that they were visiting a relative over on the southeast side of town during the windstorm, and the windstorm blew one of the tree limbs down and took their electric down at 9:30 at night. And they thought, gee, we're going to sit here in the dark for the rest of the night. Well, within about 20 minutes, the City of Batavia Public Works was on the scene, and they got the city electricians out, and they had the power back on about before 10 o'clock. And they had never seen cities act like that before. And we've also had several people call, all excited about, as Laura already said, we've had a lot of conversations about leaves, but I had one guy call me and tell me that he lived in the northwest suburbs, and he and his wife came out here for 2 days recently to take care of their grandchildren while their kids went on a business trip someplace. And Grandpa was there with the kids and thought, well, I better go out and rake these leaves. And the kid says, no, you don't need to do that. The city truck comes and does it. And he thought the kid was spinning him. Well, in a few minutes, here comes the city truck up and sucks up all the leaves out of the yard. So he wanted to know if he could give my name and number to the mayor in his town. I'm not going to say what town it was. I know the mayor. And he says, I just want to call him and tell him about, I went to Batavia and they're out there cleaning the leaves off the street. Why can't we do that in our town? So he says, I'm going to have him call you. I haven't heard from him yet, but that's going on. And then over in the public safety arena, that's never stopped. Both the Batavia Fire Department and the Police Department have had a lot of challenging calls in the last few weeks. And they've done a lot of interesting things. I would suggest they probably have saved a life or two on the paramedic side. And there's other things that the firemen have done. And we just are very, very fortunate because now, as I've already said, I believe tonight, I've gotten several calls now from other mayors in the area wanting to know if they can have, the Batavia ID on some type of service we are presenting. And so I'm thinking that the bicycle thing may be something I want to put into writing to distribute to a few of the mayors in the region, because we've already had the calls. As I said, they had me up in Rockford talking recently about some of this stuff, because we've got stuff going on here that others aren't doing, and we're kind of pioneering a lot of different things. So I'm very proud of us, and specifically our city staff, because we've really got some great people here who get a lot of stuff done, don't look for any credit, but they do stuff that other people that don't have it happening in their town want to call the mayor here and get the address or the idea or who's doing all this, because lots of places aren't like Batavia. So I'm very honored by that. So at this time, I'd entertain a motion for adjournment.
So moved.
Motion second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Meeting's adjourned. Thank you all for coming.